The words mature and Nintendo Wii may not be offered in the same breath very often, but Sega and Platinum Games are looking to rectify that problem with their latest effort, MadWorld. With a style reminiscent of Sin City and action that looks to capture the feel of a God of War or Devil May Cry, can Nintendo's once bitter rival step up and show audiences that solid adult games are possible on the casual console? When you first fire up MadWorld, it may appear that you're just going to be playing through an overly violent action game looking to emulate the Running Man to the nth degree. It may seem that there is no concern for narrative, but before long, it's clear that Platinum Games is doing more than providing gamers with another manhunt. A mysterious group takes over an entire section of Varigan City, turning it into an arena for a reality show tournament of death, Deathwatch. You play as Jack, a bounty hunter of sorts, who enters the tournament for reasons all his own. Of course, as the story progresses, you learn Jack's true motivations and are witness to a brutal satire of the current state of television affairs. While the game's story and message aren't exactly mind-blowing, the fact that there's more to MadWorld than senseless violence is a testament to how much effort the developers put into making this game an engaging experience.
This is living.
Typically, controls on the Wii fall into the trap of adding waggle or motion controls only because the system allows it. In the rare exceptions where a game's controls are both intuitive and fun, players are treated to a truly immersive experience. Thankfully, MadWorld's controls make sense and are incredibly fun. Jack can punch and grab with the A button, pop out his chainsaw with the B button, and jump by hitting Z. The motion controls are used in most instances for context-sensitive attacks like jamming a signpost into someone's head or throwing bodies into traps. At its core, MadWorld is a competition, so you will be scored on how good you are at killing. The more ridiculous the fatality, the more points you earn, thus opening up more of the current arena. Combining several methods of mutilation will earn you mega points, and searching the board for more inventive ways to put an end to your foes is not uncommon. Doing enough damage unlocks challenges like Man Darts or the Death Press, which are mini-games whose sole focus is inflicting damage in insane ways. The challenges provide a nice change from the frenetic pace of the game and are incredibly fun to play. As you progress in the tournament, enemies will become tougher and bosses will straddle the line between cheap and challenging. The game makes good use of the Wii motion controls to create intense battles, and even though it's not incredibly difficult, there's certainly enough of a challenge here to keep even hardcore gamers coming back for more. Despite much of the game being in black and white, MadWorld looks fantastic. The stylized characters and environments pop off the screen in spite of the limited color palette. The game doesn't shy away from blood, and the stark contrast of the bright red spurting forth from your defeated opponents makes each killing much more enjoyable than it should be. Though, that enjoyment may have something to do with the wonderful commentary being spouted non-stop from Greg Proops and John DiMaggio.
Howard, I hate that prick. When we fought, that dirty bastard kicked me with his spurs and tore my scrotum.
Whether poking fun at the player or themselves, the two broadcasters provide color commentary that would shame many sports titles, if not for how great it is, then certainly for how vulgar and uninhibited it is.
There's nobody left to kill.
Yeah, but Jack could still defile the bodies.
You'll learn more about bodily functions from these two than you could ever hope to learn in a high school health class. The other voice work in the game should be commended as well. The scripting and the actual acting is nearly perfect, and even though many of the characters in the game are completely over the top, the excellent voice direction helps provide a sense of humanity that text bubbles could never hope to convey.
You're a born kill seeker, you know that? You have real talent.
Mom always said I was special.
Also worth note is the devilishly fun hip-hop soundtrack. Many of the tracks are songs about Jack and killing, and even though everything is done tongue-in-cheek, the production values are above and beyond what you would expect from a Wii game. Even though MadWorld's multiplayer is confined to playing split-screen bloodbath challenges you unlock, that doesn't mean it's not fun. The two of you will compete to see who can generate the highest body count in more than 10 minigames, and even though some of the challenges are better suited to a full-screen experience, throwing down in this game mode can provide a nice change from your standard deathmatch multiplayer. Though, while the rest of the game shines thanks to the graphical presentation, multiplayer suffers a bit due to the split screens being so compressed. You may have to strain your eyes at some points, and that's not exactly the best way to play this game. It would have been nice to have full arenas opened up for a competitive match, but even though it could use some improvements, the multiplayer included is certainly not a disappointment. I know it's only March, but MadWorld has certainly set the bar pretty high for Wii games this year. I'd be shocked if any other Wii game could match the experience playing this game gave me. From its solid controls to its wonderful presentation, for my money, there's no better game on the Wii right now than MadWorld. It's a must-own for anybody who has the system, and if you don't have a Wii, well, it sucks to be you, because you're missing out. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out the full text review on Gamervision.com.
Welcome back, Jack. It's good to be home.